We just got a lot of new information about Baldur's Gate 3. So let's first start with the big new announcement, and that is that Larian Studios will be hosting a new and the final panel from Hell before launch. And this will be on July 7, and more details are to come. So don't forget to subscribe to not miss any Baldur's Gate 3 news that's still to come. But they also revealed a beautiful deep dive into the city of Baldur's Gate yesterday with some additional info at the PC gaming show. So let's jump right into that. The new video is a mix between a trailer and a dev interview, and first I'm going to dive into the details, and at the end of the video I will show you the full video with the audio. And what's also very cool is that they animated a Baldur's Gate 3 cartoon. Yeah, I will show that at the end of the video as well. Okay, so the trailer opens up with a beautiful shot of Baldur's Gate. Sven Vinke, the director of Baldur's Gate 3, then explains how hard it was to create the city. They needed to get this right, since a lot of people were going to have a huge focus on it, since the game is named after this very city after all. And then more people from the team joined in, and this city wasn't supposed to be seamless, but they somehow made it happen. But just take a look for yourself. This city looks beautiful and got many people walking around, and you can get even in buildings or on top of them. And you know, that could result in gorgeous cinematic shots, just like these. But then there's also this massive castle, and whoa, just appreciate how insane this looks. And yes, I am fanboying at this point, but I'm just impressed by how it all looks. So yeah, the city is really alive with all the crowds, and then Sven follows up that you can talk to nearly everyone in the city. Imagine how much work that must have cost. And the city is already hinted at the Druid's Cove in Act 1 that many of the people are going to Baldur's Gate. So if you don't side with the goblins and kill them, you can meet them later like Volo or the tiefling bard Alfira. And what's fun to hear, Sven then talks about how they spent like around 4 times as much time and effort on the city as they originally thought. But they are very proud of the result, the feeling this city gives while walking through it, and it really shows if you're looking at these beautiful shots. Oh, and they also revealed this adorable flying elephant creature, which I think is called a Hollyphant, which is a lawful good celestial creature. But you can just walk into somewhere and encounter which I think is a fire elemental. Just look at how good the model looks. But yes, this city is very much alive. And we also see some people drinking in taverns, playing cards around the table and just strolling around. And talking about strolling around, you cannot just walk through the city. You can also fly through it, if you have the fly spell or a spell scroll of course, but still, just look at how Gale floats above the city majestically. Okay, but anyways, Sven then closes the interview with they were most afraid of creating this city, but now they're the most proud of it. And yes, they are allowed to be proud because they did an outstanding job here in my opinion. But also let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But one problem I announced earlier has now become even a bigger problem. Remember when I said that Starfield and Baldur's Gate 3 are releasing very close to each other? Yeah, well now Starfield has an early access as well on September 1st if you own the Deluxe Edition. And Baldur's Gate 3 Deluxe Edition early access begins on August 28th. That's just 4 days apart. And that's not all, because Cyberpunk's new expansion Phantom Liberty also releases in that 1 month period on September 26th. And I have no idea how I'm going to juggle playing all these games. There's just too much RPG goodness, but that's also a good thing because we don't have nothing to play at least. And also that Starfield deep dive, whoa. Anyway, let's get back to Baldur's Gate 3. Sorry. So yes, the city. I won't go too deep into the details of the city because I just love to explore the city for myself once I play the game, and I also don't want to spoil some of you who are just here for the news. But yes, I highly recommend you watch it yourself. So now I will play both the Dev Diary video with the gameplay as well as the animated cartoon they made. Oh, and again, don't forget, the panel from Hell is coming on July 7th and is the final one. So don't forget to subscribe to not miss any news. And now enjoy the videos.
Cities are incredibly hard to make in RPGs because you have to make sure that every single nook and cranny has something to do. You have to make sure that it's different, so you have to be incredibly creative. Given that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate, the city was really going to be the thing that people were going to be talking about.
The city of Baldur's Gate is seamless, which it originally wasn't.
You only can judge the game when you have all the components together, and if the mix doesn't work, we start over.
At some point he said like, can't we just connect everything? And that was a very interesting day.
One of the things that's done is it's brought a level of believability and immersion and also complexity that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Now it was this seamless, giant organism, and it really, really felt good.
It's being able to look out of a window and see down the city slopes, so you're seeing down toward the docks, and you're like, one of my teammates might be down there. They might be running around down there.
We worked on it as a painting almost. You start with a sketch, a very basic line, and then you just start adding layers and layers.
We can put lots more of the city onto the screen than they could in 1998. So we can do something that is more immersive, richer, has more texture to it.
It feels like you are walking around a place where there are lots and lots of people living their actual lives.
You have crowds that are walking around, can talk to pretty much anybody, and they react to every single thing. It's very alive in that sense.
Every person that you meet in Baldur's Gate has got a story to them.
All the things that you have done up to the city really matter. You can really feel the conclusion of everything just gathering there.
We actually build anticipation through all these characters that you've met, through all these situations that you've been through.
All the stories that you have been following, all the decisions that you've been making, they all come to fruition in that lower city.
And the great thing is, if you so choose, you can be another bad thing that's happening to the city. You can arrive and be like, this place is on fire, and then you can throw petrol all over it.
During production, we felt like the city was our destination.
We spent, I think, 3 times, 4 times as much effort on the city than we originally planned. But the result, the feeling of walking in there is just fantastic.
You have this constant jostling of things that are very much of the real world, and then you can indulge in the completely fantastical.
And then when you walk into the city, the noise of everybody talking to each other, the knowledge that everywhere you look, you can go there and you can do something, the knowledge that you can fly through it, it's great. So the thing that I was the most afraid of when we started making this game turned out to be the thing that I'm the most proud of.